Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching Bitcoin Morpheus' video. I know that you feel it every day when you wake up, when you brush your teeth, when you pay your taxes, that Bitcoin is going to the moon.
I love that one.
I'm here with Inti Campo.
Hello, people. How are you?
And we are going to be talking about the urgent fact that Bitcoin is heading to the moon. I'm going to show you where and when in today's video. I'm really excited about Bitcoin. It's not going to break the 10,000. I don't see that happening. It's possible, but I think we're going to a new trajectory going forward. And I'm going to be showing you that today. Also, I'm going to be talking about Trump's taxes, right? And also a few other articles as well. And so if you're all excited about that, stay tuned. But before we get into the TA of the day, Inti's got a few words to say.
Yes, as always, people, it's worth to remind you that this video is for entertainment purposes only, and this is not financial advice. Please do your own research before putting any of your hard-earned money on the Matrix.
Good one. All right, well, we're going to start off with the weekly chart, right? I would have liked to see the bands go closer, but hey, you know what? I'm going to take this. I'm going to take that all the way. And so we're going to see this thing, once this starts to take off, the bands are going to expand like crazy on the weekly. So I'm happy about the fact that we're above the 13 AMA. I really think that this time, this week, even if we dip down a little bit, because we're going to talk about that, we might dip down a little bit before we go higher. And then once we're done this dipping down here, we start dipping down here, and we're done dipping. That's it. It's a rocket ship ride higher, in my opinion. All right, so let's start with the daily. The daily Bollinger Band. A dip down here and a break of this SAR would squeeze the band even more tighter. And especially if we come back into this zone, into the 10,000, 6,500 zone. So look for that sometime this week, maybe shortly, because Inti has a short trade here that he's fired off. And let's go to the 4 hour to show you that. Let me just quickly bring up his trade. Hang on. He's got that trade here in our Telegram group. And I'm going to show you another trade if you want to trade this short-term trade. Assuming that it doesn't break these tops, right? Of course, and it's perfect. He entered at 10,850, and he's going to take profits at 10,565. There we go. So he has his 3 reasons and why he's taking this trade. So excellent work, Inti. Let's see how well it plays out. Now, if you want to get into this trade, I think there is an option to jump into this trade. If you take the Hail Mary, which is what I call the Hail Mary trade. And so if you do that, right, you would take the Hail Mary trade by setting the fibs here, and then you enter at the 10,000, either at the 10,837, right? You maybe start your entry points there, and then also at the 10,891. I like to stay at the the Hail Mary, which is the 1080, the 78.6. And take it to the top there to where it's where I stop loss at 10,960. So if we break that, we're probably gonna go a lot higher. But I really think that there's a dip coming here before we actually go higher. And so once we do that, oh my, once we finish dipping, we're done dipping. I really think Bitcoin, right? Will do some spectacular moves here. So let's start off with something more. First off, let's start with a more conservative move, right? More conservative move. let's go from here to there and copy. Right, and there we go. So we're talking 14,000 first stop here as one option for an AB equals CD flight to new highs, and another one which is probably just as strong is from here to there. Oops, let's get it right. There we go, and we clone that and stick that right here. Right, I guess we could go a little bit lower right here, right there. Yeah, and then there you go. We're headed straight to what, 16,000? Yeah, 16,000 is my projected target. These two target points, right, is where we'll start seeing some resistance, and Bitcoin probably reverse depending on if we see some sort of like daily what's it called, divergence or something like that. So these are my two targets for Bitcoin in the foreseeable future. As soon as we're finished done dipping down here, right? And I really think we're going to be done dipping. Once we probably break the SAR quickly and then head back up. That's it. See you when I see you. All right, let's head over to Ethereum. Ethereum, right? Let's see here. You know, today actually is a very special day for Ethereum, and let me just bring this up, because you know what, I should have brought this up. This is Spadina bus. Spadina.
Could you believe I dreamed about this Spadina bus today? I swear of God. I did.
Oh yeah,
it was not the same as that one though.
Okay, let's see if I got the volume. What happened to my volume? Oh no. Oh, we forgot the volume here. Okay, let me see if I can quickly switch the what's it called? The system to play through the speakers. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I forgot to set this up nicely. Okay, there we go. Samsung.
Oops.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Not playing right. Oh wow.
In a very substantial way.
Oh well, because there's too many things playing around here. Actually.
Yeah. You have like 20 tabs open at the same time.
Exactly. Oh well.
President Trump repeatedly declined this week.
Okay, let's see here if I can. Come on, stop CNN. There we go. Quiet. Oh well, that didn't play very well. Oh well. Today is the Spadina Testnet. That's going live today, and yeah. Well, if Spadina does very well, it's going to be the next 3 days, right? So over the next 3 days. So let me just let's take a look at the daily. Oops, that's wrong right here. Let's go to daily. Right, so we got 1, 2, 3 days after October 2nd. So we'll know pretty much on Saturday if Ethereum is going to go ahead with its with the Ethereum 2.0 tomorrow on Saturday. Now, actually, you know what? I'm going to discuss a little bit about the Ethereum 2.0 and how it works and stuff like that, because I'm really excited about how they've developed it and stuff like that. And I want to explain a little bit about that in today's video. But let's go on to TA. I think that it probably won't see much action until that weekend when they decide, okay, yes, the Spadina Testnet went through successfully. It's going to be a very interesting thing if it does not go through very successful, because then it'll probably break this trend line here, and we're going all the way down, and then we have to hold the 3,308. Well, we don't have to hold that one, but the 280 is where I could see it heading up eventually, should the Spadina Testnet fail. Well, let's hope that doesn't happen. But there's not much excitement going to be going on with Ethereum for the next little while. It might follow Bitcoin a bit on the 4-hourly, but other than that, there's not much you can say that could happen in the next little while. All right, so I want to talk a little bit about the Spadina Testnet because it's very important information. What it is, right? How Ethereum 2.0 works is, imagine a large 64 engine plane, right? Because there's going to be 64 shards, right? Each of these shards run independently, separately. And so it'd be like a separate Ethereum node, Ethereum completely, a complete Ethereum, all running on a separate, sort of like ETH, right? ETC, I mean, which is Ethereum Classic. Imagine them all running separately, but they're all controlled by one big fuselage, right? Imagine that 64 engine airplane. Well, actually, they're going to be taking off. Today, they're taking off a 63 engine airplane. And it's catching up to Ethereum 1.0. And it's like a little plane. And so it's going to be a separate engine, right? At the end going, okay, I'm going to latch onto you, right? And fly. We're going to all go faster, a lot together. So if you can imagine that, a 63 jet engine flying up into the air and connecting with another airplane and making it an engine, right? That's how Ethereum 2.0 is basically. It's a complete rewrite from the ground up, right? And design so that it doesn't affect Ethereum 1.0 from running. And they won't even notice that they're running faster, because what's going to happen is that in order to get to another shard, you have to like communicate with the fuselage and then decide which shard you want to go to. So, and don't worry about that. That will be transparent in the coming days of as they upgrade the wallet, of course. But you will have to, in the back end, you'll be moving to different shards in order to see better performance of your Ethereum, right, coin, so you don't have to pay such a huge fee, because, say, you know what, one shard might be just doing Uniswaps and stuff like that, and another shard might be doing CryptoKitties or something like that. So yeah, it'll be a lot smoother. You'll see Ethereum running a lot faster, about 64 times faster than it already is, with 64 times more space. Of course, yeah, you might say, well, wait a second, trading might take up a lot more space than most other shards would, right? Let's just say that you have like just a trading shard, right? Where you have a bunch of traders on one shard. Yes, but generally traders are willing to pay the high fees, so it's going to be okay. I don't think there's going to be a big problem with that. So I'm looking forward to, hopefully, Ethereum 2.0 please work. So right now, they've just taken off the plane and they've connected with Ethereum in a test environment and seeing if that works. And if that works, we're going to see Ethereum 2.0. All right, with that said, let's go on to, let's see here. Don't forget to hit like on this video, right? And hit subscribe, right? And don't forget to hit the bell notification, right? Of course, please. Thank you very much for everybody who have subscribed so far. As you can see, here, let's go to the studio. In the last 28 days, 2,000 of you have been subscribed to my channel. Wow. I can't thank you guys enough. And going forward, right, I'm looking forward to rewarding the Uniswap buyers here, right? Next month, right? The end of next month, I'm going to start giving out gifted rewards for for all the effort that that people will be putting in, of course, that and of course, actually, purchasing the my DJ 15 token. Thank you for purchasing that and actually helping me build this studio. Right, I really appreciate it, and I want to show my appreciation for. So we're going to be also switching the format going forward. For our videos, so that we're going to be doing the live streams, basically, only for people who own the token and want to see the live stream, want to have direct contact with me and ask me questions. So it'll be a more personal level. So that's going to be cool. And then you guys will also be getting the edited version that Chris has been doing, and he's been doing an awesome job. Right? Hasn't he?
Guys, you really have to go to the backup
Yes.
channel and watch the last edited video.
I know,
Because the
that's
intro is
hilarious.
just epic.
It's epic. Epic. You have to see this. So anyways, yeah, I'm not gonna play it, but you have to watch it. So it's just awesome. All right. Also, if you want to get some tokens, you won't be getting those tokens until mid-November, before mid-November, sometime in November actually, because you know what, the development's been going a little bit slow lately because mostly because I've been focusing on the YouTube stuff, so there might be a little bit of delay, but you will be getting I will be giving out tokens, about 10% of whatever you've purchased, and hey, you know what, I'm going to be dropping the price for the next 2 days, right? So that you could purchase Pandora's wallet and in my Telegram group for another 50% off. So a total of 75% off, only for the next 2 days. So as soon as I get into the office, I'm going to be getting that done. And so once you see this at 75%, you can go ahead and make your order. You have only until the 1st of October, and then that sale goes away. Okay. How is the people at Twitch? Oh, thank you guys with the emoji storm there. Thank you very much. Right, appreciate it. All right, and yeah. Also, if you guys are interested in trading, if you want to trade the little late, what's it called? What's it called? Hail Mary trade, right? If you want to trade my Hail Mary trade, you could trade that on Bybit and also Femex, right? You could also trade a lot of other things on Femex, like gold and a few other cryptocurrencies as well. And if you're interested in buying and selling altcoins, and doing the little lady strategy, yeah, you could do so on Binance, right? Just type in binance.davincej15.com, right, in order to do so. And you'll find all those links in the description below. Also, if you want to learn how to do the little lady strategy, just head over to www.davincicodes.net/videos, and you'll have access to all these free videos. They're a little old, but they still work, and this is the method that I'm following, and is doing very well for me. And it has done very well for me in the past as well. Alrighty, let's head on to the main topic. Some of the topics of today is only 2.5 million Bitcoins are left to mine. That's it. After that, right, there's no more Bitcoins to mine. And a lot of people would ask me, what will happen when there's no more Bitcoins, or there's so little that it doesn't matter? Will people stop mining Bitcoin? Will it just fade away? No, because the miners will also be getting transaction fees, and those transaction fees will get higher and higher in order to cover the mining costs, because the value of Bitcoin is going so high. They will be able to do so with a very small amount of Bitcoin. So it's going to be just fine. Don't worry about Bitcoin. It was designed very, very well, and I'm looking forward to this reduction in supply because this means that Bitcoin has to be over millions of dollars in order for it to be the world's reserve currency and everyone using it, and have a basically stable price. Once it's worth like several $1 million, I think that's gonna find a stable price. It probably won't stay at. I think once we get to 1.2, I still think we're gonna get to 1.2 next year, or 2022, the early 2022. And the reason why is I think this is going to be a very big rush. And if the governments really want to get this thing to go away for a longer period of time, they have to put this thing in a massive bubble in order for it to come down and take about, instead of 4 years to recover, maybe 8 years. And if it takes 8 years, most people will forget about it. They'll be able to, plan their strategy, especially since, they need more time in order to come up with something for them to try to survive Bitcoin, because it's going to ruin governments for sure. They're not going to like it. They can ban it all they want, and you can see that in Russia. They've banned it in Russia, and they I mean, when the jail term is higher than murder to own Bitcoin, you've got something good, right? Don't you think?
Definitely.
I mean,
Definitely.
that signals, right? Yeah, that's going to you can kill people, but don't try to protect your wealth. That's. Oh my God! Yeah, right. I love it when governments does that. Well, I saw a more inflammatory title here, right? And that's why I wanted to talk about this. It's tax bombshell reveals Trump's image is a sham, and it's so ridiculous, right? That they go after Trump like this, because everybody should be able to avoid paying taxes. The fact that he can do so is just a feature of the law, basically, for rich people. That's it. Just a loophole, and there's so many, right? Loopholes in the tax system of the United States. It's not funny. I mean, one of the loopholes I talked about is the fact that you can buy up a house, right? So, for example, you start off with maybe with $100,000 house, right? And you sell it for $200,000, right? And $100,000 is your income, and that's displayed on your taxes, right? That you made $100,000. Well, if you go ahead and buy maybe a $500,000 house, right? There's no taxes, right? So, did you avoid taxes? Yeah, you did, right? You did, right? You legally avoided taxes, right? And so you could sell the house for maybe $1 million, and if you sell the house for $1 million now, you made $500,000, and that goes on your tax report. But if you go and buy another house, right, the same year for $1.2 million, well, there's no taxes, and again, you avoided taxes. You're a criminal. You're a sham. Right? How dare you? If you go to the airport and you go to the duty-free shop and you buy something in the duty-free shop, dude, you're avoiding taxes. You should not even look at yourself in the mirror for doing so. How dare you? See how ridiculous it is, right? I mean, this makes CNN a joke, and I wish we had that title that they had. I mean, it was like when I saw the title before, they calmed it down now this morning, because it was so like inflammatory, right? That Trump was like seriously avoiding taxes. He's a criminal, and he should be put in jail for this, and like. What? Oh man, you know what? Honestly, we should all not pay taxes, and And you know what? I just did a tweet here. Let me just see if I can bring one up. Bring that tweet up. And www.twitter.com. I just did a tweet and basically stating, because like I really get annoyed when people say taxes are needed for police, education, roads, etc. It's needed for a well-functioning country. Right. You mean income taxes, right? So let's just say let's be specific here. Income taxes, right? Because that's what you're talking about. Because there's lots of different taxes, right? There's tariffs, right? There's sales tax, right? And I don't have any problems with any of those other taxes, right? What I do have a problem with is income taxes, because that means you are a slave to your government. That's what I have a problem. And there's also property taxes. I have a little bit of problem with property taxes. That's neither here nor there, right? But what I really hate about that is that when you say stuff like this, I like to point out that your income taxes do not pay for police, your income taxes do not pay for education, and your income taxes do not pay for roads. Right? It pays for your slavery. That it pays for your the interest on the debt that the government incurred a long time ago. So, don't give me that nonsense about police, education, and roads. Don't give me that nonsense that it built this this huge building that, for example, the what's it called, the monument building where they have all the Congress and all that stuff. I can't remember the name of the building now. Do you remember that building, Inti? No, I probably not.
No. It's
a big white building, and I can't remember it right now off the top of my head. But anyways. Everyone says, "Oh well, you know what? If there was no taxes, income taxes, we wouldn't be able to build that building." Dude, that building was built with no taxes, income taxes. So, be quiet. Alrighty then. All right. With that said, thank you all for watching. Thank you for participating in this stream. If you're watching this on the backup channel, thank you for watching. We're going to be going on to the questions and answering.
Yes.
Cheers. All right, Inti, what do you got for me?
Oof, we have some really good questions. So the first one is going to be from Kenny. There was a discussion on the chat that were people saying, why does Bitcoin have value? People are not transacting all day with Bitcoin, not as we do with dollars. And Kenny asked, then why is gold valuable, but we don't see people transacting in gold bars?
Exactly. I mean, you answered the question right there, right?
Yeah,
so, because people have purchased it, right, and they want to hold it, right? So, in order to get more gold or get more Bitcoin, you have to, give them the price that they want, and the price is a very high price. For example, gold is at almost $2,000. Is $1875, $1850 or something like that. And that's the price in order for you to get gold, right? Just as Bitcoin, the price to get some Bitcoin is at $10,700. And why is it there? Why is it this high? Is a real reason. Is a real question. Well, a lot of people believe that Bitcoin will replace our monetary system. And so in order for it to do that, it has to be worth a lot more. So a lot of people are going, okay, if it's going to replace the monetary system, that's the bet I'm going to make. I'm just going to buy it and hold it. And so if they do that, then there's going to be less supply on the market for you to buy. And if there's less supply, the only way for you to, in order to get the Bitcoins you need, let's just say you wanted a lot of them, is to increase the price. And that's how it has value, because somebody else realizes that tomorrow it will have even more value, and they're willing to hold it, right? And so that's how things get its value. Basically, I bought Bitcoins at $1, knowing full well that people will eventually, over time, realize its value, realize its potential, and also be purchasing. And you know what? I'm not going to be letting them purchase what I have, right? And so that's how, prices increase and how things have value. They see the future of the asset. All right, next question.
Next question. This one is from Kev Allen, and he asks, how much money typically exists for a given amount of value? For example, if there are currently about 1 quadrillion of value, houses, products, etc., in existence, how large is the money supply?
Well, it's not the money supply doesn't have to really have to equate the value of products that exist in a sense that you believe, because the reason why, for several reasons. One is that you could use debt in order to create. You could just print the money in order to buy the asset, and also another thing is that when you're dealing with things on exchange, basically on where they're looking for price discoveries, when you set the price on when prices that you see on exchange, it's really kind of fictitious in a sense, because it's just the price that somebody paid for it last. That's it. And if nobody's willing to buy the asset, for example, let's just say everybody decided, you know what, I don't want it. I don't want to get that, and nobody wants to and everybody wants to sell it. Then there's nobody willing to buy. The price will go to zero effectively. So let's just say you take Bitcoin, for example, and nobody is on the other side saying, hey, I'm willing to buy your Bitcoins at maybe $1 or $10. And they put they basically put into this exchange how much they want to buy it at. And nobody does that. Nobody puts anything. Well, that price, then the price is effectively zero, because nobody's willing to give you anything for it. So let's just say somebody puts in a price of $1. Okay, fine. You know what? I'll give you $1 for that, right? And there's only people down at $1. Well, guess what? The price of the asset is just $1. And so because of that, there's because of that, the value of the price of any particular asset is kind of fictitious, right? Because it's just what somebody's going to pay for it. The last person is willing to pay for it at the last minute, at the current time, and nothing else. And so, and right now, there's people willing to pay for it if it drops to a certain price, and close to 10,000. People are willing to pick it up, and that's how the prices are exist. Now, it doesn't mean that all the assets is evaluated at that, because if everybody tried to sell. If everybody tried to sell all their Bitcoins all at once, there would be the price would not be $10,000, right? That's just the way it is. All right, next question.
Next question. Okay. This is funny. And people have asked us this question many times, and it's from Thomas Van. Oh man, sorry, I don't think I can pronounce your last name. Thomas Van is Chalkik. Sorry, sir. And says, would you guys ever buy XRP? Is there any potential for real growth? And we've said many times that despite we do not like XRP because it's centralized and can be controlled and they can freeze your account and all that stuff, it doesn't mean it cannot go up. Actually, if banks start using it, it should go up in price a lot, right?
Yeah, actually I have XRP, so I don't know what this guy's talking about. I have some XRP, and I trade it. I don't hate it. I don't date it. I just trade it. So I don't like. Yeah, sure. I don't like XRP, but I don't think it's a good product for the future, because it's lied to you, right? The XRP army are lying to you when they say that hey, it's not centralized. It is. It's completely centralized. They're lying to you when they say they can't expand the money supply. Yeah, they can. It's all in the code. It's there, right? And so also they're lying to you when they say, hey, they can't freeze your account. Yeah, They can. They have. And they've done so. So, it's all, that's why. That's why I don't like XRP, is because the people just don't want to face reality. They don't want to face the truth. They want to say that the XRP is the hero, is because it's faster. It can process more transactions than Bitcoin. It could do all this kind of stuff. But yeah, sure, it does so. But at the sacrifice of centralization and security. So I'm not. I don't think it's a quality project in the sense of hey, this is revolutionary. This is better than Bitcoin in a sense. No, it's not. It's completely. If what's his name, Garland. If he comes out and says something stupid, it goes down heavily. So it has a central focal point of a person who can drive the price down very fast. All right, next question.
Next question. This will be from Eddie Smalls. Eddie asks, once you spot a bearish or bullish divergence, how do you know when the move is going to play out? And when do you know the move has already played out and finished? Thank you.
Well, for me, one of the things I look for in the bearish divergences is that, hey, you know what, first off, it has to obviously, let's just say it's a bearish divergent.
Maybe we could look for a chart.
Yeah, exactly. Better. Let's do that. Of course.
It should be a recent one on the Bitcoin's MACD.
Exactly. There's one that on the 4 hour. It was on the 4 hour, right? Did you saw this the divergence?
Yeah, there's a very recent bearish divergence, I think.
Was it on the 4 hour or was it on the 1 hour?
Both, but I think the 4 hour is easier to spot.
Okay. All right, so there we go. I see it there.
Man, your histogram is hard to read.
Yeah, I know, because it's like really so here's the histogram where you can see there's a bearish divergence, right? You can see from here to here. There's a bearish divergence which gets confirmed, right? Right here. So when you're looking for divergence, what you want to do is look for confirmation of that divergence.
Right there.
Right here. So at this bar, it's confirmed. Right?
When is it over?
Okay, and so it's when did it get confirmed here? On this bar right here? No, I'm missing this. Did it get confirmed afterwards?
Right there.
Or did it confirm right here? Yeah, it got confirmed right here. So when that happens, generally what I'd like to do, right, when this happens, where you can see there's a big dump to confirm it, right, I like to go, okay, it's going to come back up here to retry, and then get into the trade. You got into the trade a little bit earlier, didn't you? Right?
Yes.
And so what I like to do is go, okay, so it's confirmed, and now what I want to do is do my fibs and set the buy order at either 61.8 or 78.6, and I prefer the 78.6. And that's how I get into the divergent, into a bearish divergence. Now, what you tend to do, right, because we don't know how much power any particular trade is going to give you, you try not to be too greedy. So what you do is you only take a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So let's just say you started at the 6 to 78.6. You're going to stop loss it at the top of 10,960, close enough. So, and then you only take 2-to-1 risk reward ratio. So this is how much you bet that this is correct. This is going to happen. And so let's just say you only bet $50, you're going to win $100, right? But what you can do is take $50 off the table and let the rest ride and see how far it goes. And you could always move your stops up as it keeps falling down in the bearish divergent sense. So that's how you would trade that in order to maximize your profits, because you just don't know how far the market can go should it fall. And and so you could turn that $50 into a lot more should the market just fall out of bed, right, and head all the way south. And you could always just every time it goes, you get double your money. You goes, okay, you know what? I doubled my money. I'm moving my stop here, so I'm moving my stop back here. I double again. I just move my stop another when I double, and that's how you could play it. But how you decide to play it is totally up to you. All right, that's an excellent question. Like that one.
Excellent. You want another one?
Yes, I'd like another one. And let's see here. What time is it? Let's do the last. This is the last question before we head over to Twitch.
Awesome. I have a lot of questions saved from Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this one is going to be from Damian. Damian. Says, hi Davinci, in the little lady strategy, how do you find the coins that could be possible candidate to buy? Can you quick show an example? Thank you.
How do I find the coins?
Very, very, very easy.
Exactly.
My method is slow, push me out of fundamentals, and then just Davinci comes, knocks on my door, and says, hey, look at these 50 buys I made. And I say, what did you do? And he does this.
I just go and randomly pick a coin.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy. And then he goes to the weekly chart.
Then I go, either to the weekly or daily, right, and see if there's any kind of W or something like that, and any kind of information that on the chart that would let me know when to buy. And then, of course, obviously, you guys help me decide which one to buy by